Greetings, convicts. So we have everything we need now. We need to unlock all the remaining items, right? Uh, I forgot to add that one. So the generator, I unlocked. I went through all my bases, gathering the materials needed to unlock things. So everything here that is not finished is because I am not producing that item yet. So the assembler, there is a bunch of stuff. On the compounder, there is the electromagnet that is made on the assembler, and the pressure tank that's made on the assembler. Right. There are things I'm not making yet. So furnace I make everything. Of course, fabricator I make everything for a long time now. The refinery only has two things. I make them. What about this? Okay, so here on the Mega Press, I need to craft the pump. I don't craft the pump yet. And I need to craft the electromagnetic coil. So there are two items here on the Mega Press I'm not crafting yet. Um, Furnace, as I said, is everything, right? Yeah. Then on the compounder, I'm not crafting the lens on the compounder. And of course, I'm not crafting stuff that is still locked. So lens for the compounder, um, electromagnetic coil and pump on the Mega Press. And on the assembler, the generator and the accumulator. I'm not crafting anything. I don't have a single assembler yet. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do today is the lens. Now, let's bring this in because uh, this was depressing, honestly. I need to add the generator. So these things there are the things that are unlocked but not craft yet. I do need that to them, the generator. This page is so slow. And what was it? The accumulator? No, let's check. Let's check once again. It's this thing here. Yeah, it's the accumulator. Oh, it didn't scroll up because this stuff is low. If it hasn't updated yet, it's just not gonna scroll up. Okay, so these are the things that I have unlocked and I'm not crafting. And they're slow. The electric magnetic coil is fantastic at 15. Like, that's great. But the rest, accumulator, it's okay at 10, kind of. Like, I've crafted things that are 10 RPM before, so I have 6 of them. But I won't be able to do this. For example, let's open here the lens. Let's scroll a little here. So I need 40 hardening agent per minute, 40 synthetic resin per minute, 50 glass per minute. I have 40 synthetic resin per minute. That's what I have, like total. And the reason for that is that it requires, for 40 synthetic resin per minute, requires 80 hardening agent per minute. So I only had 80 per minute. This base here, this Weevil, was created to make hardening agent. It makes 80 per minute, and sort of wasn't easy. The applicator is a pain because the applicator requires a boatload of tubes. Like the applicators, the amount of tubes I need just for this base uses a huge a whole pure titanium source. Like that was that long building line with sheets and rods and tubes. And then for the applicator is part of the hardening agent, right? And let's not get started on the sulfuric acid, which requires chemicals. So oh, I wanted to open this. 20 applicators per minute, which is required for 40 hardening agent per minute, requires 160 tubes per minute. To get the 80 hardening agents per minute, which is what 40 synthetic resin per minute requires, it will be 320 tubes per minute. So it is tough. And then there is the glass. So this base is making glass because it's required for the applicator, but it's making just enough glass for the applicator. And the lens require more glass. So first, if I wanted to make two compounders producing lens, I will need to double my synthetic resin production. I can double my synthetic resin production, but using the hardening agent I have on this base, but then I won't have any hardening agent left to make the lens. And I would need 80. So I will need this base again, like use this base to make the synthetic resin. So add the compounders for that. I think the last step is easy. No, it's not easy. It requires sulfuric acid as well. No, close this. Yeah, it requires sulfuric acid as well. Both the hardening agent and the synthetic resin require sulfuric acid. So I'll have to make a synthetic resin pipeline, which means sulfuric acid pipeline, which means chemicals, and a ton of calcite sheets, right? So 40 synthetic resin requires 400 calcite sheets. It's not that bad in terms of input, right? So 4 smelters is more than enough. Like you need 3 1/3 smelters to produce 400. Importing 400 would be tougher. But what kills is the chemical. So gotta get synthetic silicone, gotta get wolfram powder, a lot of wolfram powder. Gotta get helium, gotta get sulfur ore, 320 per minute. Like a single sulfur ore produces 240. So in practice, you need two sulfur ore in parallel. And well, you will waste some of it, but because the synthetic resin doesn't need full speed sulfuric acid. Like it's 160, which is, yeah, it's 1 1/3 refineries. So there is 2/3 left of sulfuric acid capacity, which doesn't help me because I still have to craft everything else here. So I can get this line and make synthetic resin by adding more sulfuric acid production, more calcite sheets production. But then I have to make a base like this to make 80 hardening agents. I'm talking about like if I want to make 10 lens per minute. So it's it's too much. It's too much. I'm tired. Like I have had to do this already. Like I have two bases producing 80 hardening agents per minute. It's a pain to set up. And then I have the synthetic resin 40 per minute. And I'm tired of doing that. I'm tired. So I'm gonna make lens and that's that. Now I could increase the glass production here, but I really don't want to go into that. Like I'll have to add 3 furnaces. I'll have to import more helium because I maxed out on the helium consumption. But as it happens, I do have, damn it. I I went through every base to see what they were producing. I mean, not housing and stuff like that, right? The sophisticated stuff, or sometimes not the sophisticated stuff, but the stuff that is getting exported or is not being used for. It's at the end of the line and not being used for something else. So I actually have a ton of glass. I'm producing 240 glass per minute at Lakeville. I didn't realize, I had completely forgotten that I was producing that much glass. And some of it I'm using glass is used on the to make the intermediate building material. So it's exported everywhere, but that thing is crafted every now and then. It's not like all the time. So I can easily import the glass. In this base, I would import the glass and the synthetic resin. On on Easterly, I would import the glass and the hardening agent. And on Lakeview or Prickler, which are basically conjoined bases, I would import the hardening agent and the synthetic resin. So no matter what I do, I'm importing something. Two things. That being said, is one compounder and two importers, two cargo receivers. So I'm reminded of that flat space that is there-ish. But I don't know, just for compounders and receivers. I mean, it's not like the compounders are huge. So this is prepared for export. I'm not gonna craft this in Easterly because Easterly is out of space. So if I'm gonna make this, it's gonna be here. Damn it. Or at Lakeview. Lakeview is actually set up for exporting the glass because I wasn't really thinking of making it there. I don't think there's a good space there. Look, all of this, all the way there, is just tubes. And that's the flat space there. If I use that flat space, there's one advantage. I can bring by wire the synthetic resin which is being produced there and the hardware agent that is being produced there. Just support glass. I'm not sure that's a big advantage. The cargo thing, they work fine. Okay, can I build anything here? I hate this thing when no, this is all outside base core area. I'll have to add a new base core. It's not a big deal. And the compounder is pretty big. I don't feel like making a new base just for one product. That's what bothers me here. This is gonna be blocked. I guess it's just gonna be there. Not that they have a buffer of 3, right? But they cannot receive anything if the buffer is full. So it's not enough, I think. This is to export this thing, and won't get exported. I'll keep the export connection connected.
Rupture activity detected. I recommend finding a safe place.
I hate this so much. Like losing the drone. I absolutely hate it. That's one of the reasons I hate it. Well, that's actually where I want it. Now we are overheated. Which I have to fix before rupture.
Necesito agua.
You necessitate to shut up. I'm busy here. This is expensive. Come on, there.
Rupture's core is unstable. Head to safety immediately.
I hate the drone. If the drone thing, I would be okay with the drone thing happening when the second warning. Because then you got the warning, you know it's gonna
The planet is being incinerated.
and being kicked out of the drone is not gonna be unexpected. I think that's the main issue. You're kicked from the drone unexpectedly. I want the warning. You warn me. Warn me. Just warn me. It's a warning. Warn me and don't do anything else. Do other stuff later. Give the warning, let me do stuff, and then start the actual events. I absolutely hate that. And I also it drives me crazy. This necesito agua. I need water from the scientists. Need water. Like I like how 7 Days to Die do this, if I recall correctly.
Planetary temperature
Which
within
is your
acceptable
character,
parameters.
it makes a sound to indicate you're thirsty or whatever. No, I find that much more agreeable. Like this, necesito agua. It's imposing on me. Like it's a demand. No. So yeah, this guy costs 100 of the advanced stuff. Quartz building material costs 100 of this. I don't want this. But I do want another one here. So it's expensive, but I would have needed 5 of the basic. I don't like having a bunch of amplifiers. It feels wrong. Adding this, I got all of the overheat I needed, and I still have a good margin there. Okay, so I'm gonna import the synthetic resin and glass. Let's say this is synthetic resin. This is going to be glass. So this is reveal glass receiver. Gonna store all of this in a big one. But it's so slow that I want to have as much as possible before I start crafting something that needs it, you know? For the sake of my sanity. Okay, so I'm producing one every 12 seconds, which means a single orbital launcher. this rate is it's lower than the cargo launcher. Yep. So who wants it? It's not even something worthwhile. Let's hit that. So all of this, aside from this compounder, all of this, plus some wolfram and calcium mining, the helium and sulfur cargo dispatchers and extractors. This is what would take to duplicate the lens production. So I could get to the orbital launcher speed. It's painful to me. Let's see this. 0%. Oh, because I didn't export this. Let's stop first at Easterly. It's right next door. Like I have a walkway all the way here. But I'm gonna find the synthetic resin, which is around here. Here's the synthetic resin. Fortunately, I have a nice supply to export. I know I don't have the capacity. I know I don't have the capacity to double the production. But I might have enough stored to last for a while. This is a V2. Okay. Let's remove this from here. I will place it back. This guy here adds 150. It's right on the border of the nasty agents. Here, I think, if it fits, which I hope it does. And it doesn't. What's that one over there? Oh, right, I have water there. What about here? I have space here. Just don't particularly like there, but I want to get this going.
Ruptura status stable. Arcadia status stable.
Alright. I think this is actually going to work well. Just need to move on to this. Seriously?
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
Alright. Let's put a few of the things I don't like. Oh, yeah, I don't know this. If I ever want to make further addendums to the space, I'm gonna need this. I'll place it here, which is not a particularly good place. In fact, the space for there. Set this up. Lens. Okay, now I have 2 lens positions. I mean, it's a nice looking base. Don't get me wrong, it's well organized. But it took me hours to set this up. Oh, I have one of these. Oh, that's why this thing here is... It has so much heat. Plus the compounders each add 150. Alright, let's go back to good old Eastern. What's the proportion? So I need 2 hardening agents, 3 glass, and 2 synthetic resin for each lens I produce. Glass I can produce at 100 per minute. It's gonna be fine, glass. So ignoring the fact that I have half the production that I need for 2 compounders, I have 1600 hardening agent, 1600 synthetic resin. So with what I have stored, I can make 800 lens. It doesn't sound a lot at all, right? 800 lens, that's it. 2 tier 1 storages. That's depressing, to be honest. Okay, cargo dispatcher. What about here? Still colliding with the same cable. That direction, of course, I don't have. Well, let's do this. Let's go to Lakeville. Just that the teleporter of Lakeville is so far from the production. It's near the basic material production, right? The basic calcium processing. But all the other stuff, such as the glass, that base looks a little. That base actually looks closer. All right, we do have this guy here, which is prepared. I just needed the receiver. So in other news, come on, the thing changes the binding location at the last moment and changes to absurd binding locations. I love ladders where it gets stuck like a thing. 6. 750. This is gonna take a ton of time. Okay, ion injector, scanner, generator, and pressure tank. Uh, let me. First off, I'm gonna remove lens from here. I can make the pump. Is pump one of them? No, it's pressure. Okay, it's pressure something. Pressure tank. All right. With the assembler, which I still have not used, I can make the generator. And I can make the electric coil, the electromagnetic coil. So the generator is gonna unlock something. The electromagnetic coil, well, the others, all others are used for something. The electromagnetic coil is direct ingredient of the electro something, which is unlocked, which does unlock something, right? No. Hmm. And this is moon energy. Oh, moon energy is nice. Oh, the wind turbine too. Okay. I wonder what the heat of this is gonna be, because if it's even worse than the solar panel V2, it's just not gonna be worth it. Like I'll have to have a base core with one guy, one or two of these guys, and that's that. Which is doable, of course, but it's ridiculous. All right. Actually, before I alrighty, let's check this. Okay, so the generator requires turbine, battery, and nozzle. As it happens, I'm making turbines and batteries at landing, and I'm importing nozzle at landing, right? How is it that I don't have nozzle? Oh, I do have nozzle. It's just on the wrong. Yep, it's imported to landing. Now let's see the rates. So nozzle I produce at 60, turbine I produce at 30, and battery I think I produce at 6, yes, 60. So I'm limited. The turbine is limiting me, and there is not a lot I can do in that regard, I believe. So it uses sulfuric acid, which is already a pain. Rotor and stator, which is fine, though it's double. Like if I want 60 turbine, I need 120 rotor. I'm pretty sure I only have 60 because that's my standard, make up to 60. The real problem is the impeller. The impeller is being made here, and this thing is slow. So it's 15 per minute. So I have 60 of this. It might be the rotor that's really limiting me. So let's move generator here to 30. I'll see what this looks like. Okay, 30 is fine. I have this production. Rotor, I have 6 fabricators to produce 60 rotors per minute. Like I'll have to add 6 more fabricators. Then there is the requirements in rods and wolfram wire. I don't think I can double that. Landing is poor in resources. In fact, I always thought that landing is the best place to actually build the first factory because the terrain is actually good. First, titanium and wolfram are side by side. Is this is not the case anywhere else. Um, it has 240 titanium ore and 240 wolfram ore. The fact that it's the same number is nice, and it's a good amount of resources for at least at the start. Well, at the start, it's a great amount of resources at the start. But then you find yourself in this situation like I have the stator and the rotor being produced there. The impeller and sulfuric acid are elsewhere. But like stator, rotor, and then a bunch of stuff ends up going there because the basic resources to make it are there. And one special resource is made elsewhere and imported, such as the impeller and the sulfuric acid there. Now, turbine is going to be 30. It's not worth trying to increase the amount of rotor. But if you start the base somewhere else, then you might get a good amount of resources. Serpent is okay. How many? Okay, I need 3 mega press for this. It's not bad at all. So this is Serpent, right? There is some titanium I could import from here, but these are actually bad deposits. This is good, but it's not the best. Honestly, it's not the best. And the wolfram is limited. It's nice that I have sulfur near enough. I don't think this is likely. And we have 2 helio sources here and 2 more here. And if I'm getting, there's the calcium here, sulfur here, and if I go all the way to the sulfur, then 2 more here. Now, this, and this. These are the 3 lakes for me. These lakes have a lot of resources, so I don't like building close to them. Because then you lose the resources. Like we have calcium here, 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 and here. This looks poor quality, but these are at least normal quality. This has a good amount of titanium. Of course, we are attacked a lot by bugs in this place. So for a starter base, kind of tough, you know? This is the base core that is allowing me to mine the titanium. It's just that I just noted these 2 guys here. It's actually pretty close. suck. All of them. Here there is a pretty good source of wolfram. Like it's dead nowhere. This is decent. There is titanium here and here. You can bring both of them. And then yeah, bring both of them, you actually get something. But this is the best place I ever found for prickler. Like this is where I mine prickler. So I'll lose this most likely. There is some flat terrain here. Though I have already used it up. The lake is pretty flat, so you can build in this direction. Of course, there's the calcium. It is not that rich. That's what worries me. Like, you can find places there are places that are so much richer resources. So just here for titanium, right? A lot of titanium is great. This has way less wolfram than it looks from above, so to speak. This is pretty flat. No, it's not this one. There is a place I visited which is pretty flat and it has just some wolfram. I think it's this. This whole thing here is pretty flat. It's one of the largest flat areas there is in the game. Yeah, honestly, wolfram sucks. Maybe just like run for the cargo dispatcher and receiver to gather, bring materials from other places. Where am I and where am I going? And then, yeah, I could be bringing basic materials here. It's just like these guys here are producing the wolfram stuff, the wolfram basics, wolfram plates, wolfram powder, wolfram wire. These guys here are producing the basic titanium, right? Titanium rods, titanium sheets, titanium beams. It's a good amount of fabricators. I don't remember which ones are producing. We might be making the housing. No, housing is not fabricated. Tubes? They might be making tubes. So let's say I start importing more titanium or wolfram to increase the productivity here. Where do I build that stuff? Go in that direction towards those calcium fields, but this terrain sucks. It sucks. And by the way, this base was attacked, right? This base was attacked. So I start running towards Lakeville here to get to this monolith. But it's not flashing there. So I start looking around and this monolith activated. That was not nice. And this is what I wanted to show right now. So I had to fight the wave without any turrets because there are some turrets facing that way. If I get to the point where I'm there, like the base has ended, like there's no more base. I added these wind turbines. This is how much power I need to power the cargo receiver, which receives ammunition, the storages, which store the ammunition, will go on to, and the turrets. Right. So I made this thing here. The monolith is there. I lost this base core. So they infected this base core, which created the clouds on, I don't know, halfway this side here. Maybe a little more, maybe. It didn't reach the main pipeline, but it got close. So I added these guys here, which if they don't defeat the wave, and I mean, this is only level 2, so it's not, it won't bring the tougher hordes, just level 2. They might defeat those hordes, but if not, they will definitely like whittle them down. And I think if I can get here, then I can like fight them off. So there's 5 turrets there. Here I have 6 turrets. Why is this not set? Empty. I would be so pissed off if I had been attacked and I came here. What the hell happened? Why didn't they do anything? So I have 5. Here I have 6. But I expect to lose this. I expect to lose this because the aliens can get in between these defense towers. Disable them by either infection or failure with heat. And there is no one protecting these turrets, so there's an alien here. This turret cannot reach hit an alien right next to it. Like, this guy will hit this one. But say there's an alien here, no one's shooting it. Then disable this. That means aliens can disable this without anyone shooting it, and so on and so on. So there is no one protecting these turrets. And because of that, I expect to lose it. But here's the thing: this monolith is far. This is far. This is next to this council. Like that base core, there is nothing around it because it's there just so I can have some fabricators at the edge here. Probably those guys there. Mega presses, looks like. Those guys there. Yeah. There is an edge here that was uncovered by that base core, so I had to add this by itself, alone. It is far. So if I'm doing something where I will be doing something like in my base or towards Lakeview, adding new stuff. Why not? It's gonna take a while for me to get there. Like the first wave is, it's the aliens are gonna arrive at this base before I get to the edge of it. Almost sure of it. Yeah. So those turrets next to the monolith, that's to give me time to respond. Okay. It's time to just lower, you know. Okay, if I fix this site. There I'll have to add something, but I think everywhere else looks fine-ish. If I want to go to the edge, I definitely need to. If I want to go to the edge, I need to go to this site. This edge first. When I get to that lake, I won't be able to like go any higher. This is already 3 pillars. I can only add 1 more, which is not even a pillar. I have to add a base, supported platform, and then the pillars above it. This is the fire breaker. It's powered for some reason. Shouldn't be powered. Oh, that edge. Fix that. I don't need these many pillars, to be honest. Someone said that if you leave four spaces in one direction and 5 in the other, that's enough. That would be way less pillars than I'm using, right? The issue I have with that is that when you place these guys here, right? The supports. If there is a pillar underneath it, it loses supports. That pillar will no longer provide support. So if I place my pillars at the maximum extension possible between them, Place blank pillars at the maximum extension possible. Then then I have to pay attention to where they are. Okay, how the hell did I got all of them wrong? It's not wrong, I could still build on top of them. I'm gonna leave one of these so I can measure height again. Okay. Yeah, this is one of the columns. 1, 2 here, 1, 2 there. Where did it go wrong? Is this wrong? It's wrong. One, two, one, two. Yeah, that's. How did that happen? Like, one. Well, I know how did that happen. Like, I placed a pillar at wrong distance somewhere. I just flabbergasted that that happened. fillers, like they have so much redundancy that I can lose a fill without anything happening. Right. And switches. This guy here, in fact, let's set this out. Here. This doesn't provide support, it's a wall frame. Then what I do is I make a wall frame. That means this is not gonna power this. Of course, this guy doesn't power this. And the reason for that because the game gets cranky when you build too far out. These huge platforms, the game doesn't handle them well. Yeah, I'm not even trying to get there. Is kind of, yeah, here we are there. It's gonna need an upgrade pretty soon, probably right now. Okay. That being said, give one space. Let's bring the wire. I didn't upgrade every wire here, but mostly I upgraded the outputs on the highway, right? Because the outputs, when you start requesting something, there is stuff cached there, right? At least 100 on the fabricator, furnaces, etc. And the storages have 400. This is not going to be enough space. I'm going to get at least one more row. So the turbine is a mega press. Look at the base areas here. So that guy covers up to this line here. That guy covers starting this line up to the side and up to that side. So there's that flat area there, for example. The lake is obviously flat. There's plenty of space. I think mostly I don't want to go down. And I don't want to move laterally, which is something I like. Instead of trying to insist that the main line be this everywhere, like there's a hill here, so move the line to the side so we can have more stuff there, like use a more reasonable terrain. But yeah, I'm not great, so tough for me. Is this a line there? I mean, not really. This is invading the area, to be honest. We needed to be a little bit to the side. Originally, yes, I was this close to the center, but I didn't have as many requirements. Having this space, things aligns with this. This is both walking space and space where I can place holes and stuff. Alright, so
I'm detecting increased Ruptura activity. Prepare for a wave.
What? There's a wave. You're gonna attack me now, just before the wave. I won't even be able to pick up stuff because I'll have to flee the wave and everything is gonna burn.
Increased activity of nearby monolith. Monolith activity detected.
Oh, that's wave warning. Oh. Not bad. Lost 2 stacks of heavy ammo. why I have this turrets here. If it weren't for them, I'll be screwed. I think the fact that they were so close to where the bugs spawned allowed them to like decimate the bugs before they had a chance to start moving. Alright, so Mega Press. Let's start on these lines. Let's 2 lines here. These guys start right next to the poles. I'm giving way too much
Necesito
space.
agua.
Let's keep it tight then. So I managed to place. So I want for the generators. I want 5 mega presses. So mega press is 4 wide, and so is this guy. So I'll have to make the ground come through here. Went further than Wants food, just not the food I have, you know? I should press M. Oh, where that? Somehow. This here, like that. I mean, this shouldn't be powered because I'm not touching anything that is powered. Right, this doesn't convey power to the side. This would convey power, but this wouldn't. So this wouldn't give power here. And then it goes up to here, and then, yeah. Shouldn't have power there. I'll just leave this side here, just. There's this guy here. No power as it should. Problem it powers these guys, even though. Oh, the wire is here. I completely forgot that I have to wait. This is for performance reasons. The games get really laggy if I don't do this. I shouldn't have this line like this, by the way. Again, generator, I need 5. In fact, I even had one pillar in the right place. It's just I forgot that this one pillar is there because that's the height. I mean, that I didn't add other pillars because of the height. Save. Here, did I have this one? It's not. Oh, so this is actually gonna be a tough one. Actually need that to be there because this is gonna collide with any attempt to build this. So what I'm gonna do is first cover these spots. This is weird because I have Z locked. It's fine. And now I remove this guy. Everyone loses power. This, and everyone still don't have power. Then I get the Mega Press out again. This time I press out to ensure it's gonna be the right height. I definitely need to go out for alright. I'm gonna do just on this side. Until I actually use the side. if and when I need to use the space. Probably more when. Right. Goes all the way to before the next spring. I do need to place pillars. Question is this space 4 spaces? I mean, I have more space here. 4, 5, 6. And so probably it's already called once. It appears here, okay. That's that. We're gonna up you again, right? This is where I'm gonna have the line break. Those here. Just a normal ball, right? There's something wrong there. Here, so this is not getting any power. That separates this side from this side. Well, it doesn't because these guys actually send power along. That's one. Okay. You're making... Am I making the thing on the wrong place? I can make the pump on the electric magnetic coil here. But I was thinking generator. Yeah, I mean these things I mentioned, yeah, I need to build them. But I was actually thinking of making the generator. How about this side here? Let's see. The electromagnetic coil only needs 4. The pump would benefit from having 5 furnaces, so maybe just make the pump there. Huh. It's thin. It's the longest thing I've seen. So the Mega Press is 5 by 4. This is 6 by 3. That's interesting. So generator, I want 5 to get 30 per minute. Technically, I can go 2 blocks from the pillar. I can go more than 2 blocks, but that's the safe margin. And I can go 2 at the front as well. Which will allow me to build the stuff before. This. Oh, that is now too high. Okay, let's deal with that. But I will have those Mega Press. I'm gonna have more Mega Press. Those Mega Press are gonna make the pumps at 30 per minute. And the 5. That's a very interesting machine, assemblers. Alright, so I need the hearts.
Gotcha.
And I need ignite. I couldn't drop the storage here. Drop it. And I can probably grab 2 more. Sure, I could add that 250 thing to get extra life, so to speak. end up with more standard ammo than I had last time. I don't remember looting anything. Okay. This is gonna be fun, possibly not. That means I can do this. Autosave. Here is fine. Alright, choose level. I can go directly to level 3? I mean, I'll require 100 things, which I don't have. What's this level? These are complete. I need a megaton of helium and I need some ceramics, 1800 ceramics. Oh, this is where the this is where the base core was before. But I moved it there so there are no area between. So there was no area between the two base cores uncovered. So I believe
Great.
it's everything. No, it's exactly. I had exactly 60 spaces. Still need 200. Okay, oh no, yeah, I dropped one. I think I lost it. I don't think it's there. Get 300. Oh, I dropped the 124, so that's where. serpent. I could drop all of my stuff to transport all the resources I need. Well, not all the resources. So first this one. Who is the helium right now? That's it. Okay, so first this one. Now
Nice.
I have space. Okay, go to Lakeville. Right, let's get the 300. Get this part of it done. Ceramic. There we go. If the port wasn't so far, it would be more efficient to go to Serpent first, get more of the under the present circumstances. This, so that's done. Serpent. I want to get this done before the next rupture. And I have to transport a ton of material. Almost worth putting a receiver right next to it. This is too confused. I can upgrade this. It sends the buffer faster, but since this only sends 240, like the normal line is gonna be it. It does self-export. So, like, the time it takes for the resources to get to this portal, it's critical. Alright, let's do it. Take a while.
Ha!
Okay, one less space than expected. Got broke a cable instead of upgrading it. It's lagging. Total of four and a half stacks. Here.
I can use this.
Almost as far. Base core as I can be while still being coverage. Imagine doing this without a teleport. Then yeah, I would make the cargo pair of cargo dispatcher. And receiver right next to this. Done. So I went there 4 times, getting 1 stack and 1/4 of a stack. That's 200. No, 1/8 of a stack. So 4 times, then I got 4 stacks and 1/2 of a stack. Let's just do it. Damn it. There. Come on. That's BS.
Reloading.
Score lost? How? Like, there's no one there. That's the most BS thing I've heard. Like a few of them must have gotten past me and gone for the base core. BS, total BS. I don't see anything.
Reloading.
Faster.
Applying medical. Changing mags. That was close. Reloading.
Okay, uninfected. I don't have power. Oh, I have power. Okay. Yeah, this. Heavy machine gun is so. I want to say inefficient, but it sucks. The heavy machine gun sucks. That's it. I'm gonna probably lose a lot of the drops. I used to have 400,000, but now I don't. Because I have Rail V3. This guy has to be soul time. Okay, so I cannot run here to defend. Because if I lose a single one, they take over the base. That's unfortunate, and it means I have to add some defense there. Stuff here. Did I get that stuff? That's the only way I can think of. Like, if I see this guy flashing teleport here, so that the bugs appear there. Okay, I'm not gonna add defense towers there yet. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to add defense towers here, so I want to see if it's really gonna be necessary or not. Like, getting the teleporter might be enough. And the base core for that base is protected, so there's that. Obviously the best combo is 2 assault rifles. So I was watching someone play with the shotgun. The person chose the piercing ammo, which is what I had used before, and like observing, like being able to watch without concentrating in the fight. What was happening with him is the same thing that I thought happened with me. So if you use the piercing ammunition, you kill multiple bugs at the same time. And I don't know if it is the long range or the piercing ammunition, because long range reduces the spread, or the piercing ammunition, which does more damage, or perhaps like, I don't know, like goes through aliens. But the fact is, like, the shotgun with my setup, which is the long range, so the damage fall off is lesser, and the fast loading, which is really nice, it kills one bug. The shotgun with the piercing thing kills multiple bugs, but it's slow to upgrade. Alright, so I want a generator. What's in the accumulator, by the way? Electronics, stator, battery. Wow. I gotta make that too. That's 3. Okay, that's basically that line producing half of it. Well, 2 of it, and then the line before producing the last one. Okay. So I need nozzle, battery, and turbine. I think most of them are on the top, but I think there is at least one that is on the bottom one. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add this guy here. FPS is sucking. Nothing I... Okay, now I hit it. Power is on. Why does it connect to the one that is behind? I don't understand. Alright, so let's see. Available. Nozzle, battery, turbine. So this has a turbine, this has the nozzle, and has a battery. Okay, just this. So since it's only one, I still need one roll here. start by connecting this. Because I just need to aim at this thing to get the cable that exits. That makes it easier. Sure, it's a struggle to get. The pump needs 5. Not gonna wire it right now, but I want to set them. Joining everything on the same rail. Something strange.
Necesito agua.
Oh, right. The thing is started. I just didn't get the message. Also, getting nozzle from multiple places. Oh, this is the acid. Nozzle from here, yeah. In principle, I should have used this. The exit, so it's at the front. But before because I needed the nozzle. Because I needed it on that line, I set it behind. Falls back. Also here. Yeah, we can analyze the stuff.
Interesting.
This guy's up to 36%. It looks like it didn't make a lot of progress, which leads me to believe that it's now gonna be working at half speed because all the resources have been emptied out. And we're gonna go for the boom. voiceover. Don't like when the game gets bugged. Okay, so I'm gonna send it there. Let's see if I can connect this or if I can have PlayStation. Well, so place this. Grabbing here. If there's something here that elevated as well, but since I'm not having that trouble at the moment, I'm do something. Build. That's great. I won't be able to do this one. This pillar here has... Okay. Fortunately it worked. I think I'm gonna send the generator to number 1 here. Send material forward. I'm gonna send the... gonna put the generator on number 1, which is the titanium line. But I'm not gonna get titanium things here, right? Let's see if we can... Okay, one of the things is this, which is the battery. Place. this one. Change the destination. So this guy here, I'm gonna send. Got destroyed because I'll send this one here. And this guy will go to the top. So now I have one on each line, which means I have to do all this. Ooh. I never had to do a triple line on something so fine.
I'm weathering.
When I reestablish this line, whatever it's locked there should be able to reach their original destination. Instead of unsticking the line right now, by picking up the I hate you, game. It shouldn't be this hard, honestly. Like, the wires are the base of the game. It shouldn't be hard to select the correct place for them. Production. Alright, all of them should be working on. Send this up here. Send it here. Send that guy there. It's not colliding, it's trying to connect to the one behind. Instead of connecting to the connector that is facing it. That's too long. I don't want to leave this hole here. That one will not work. Once the autosave is done with freezing my computer. Yeah, it won't connect here because of the stone. Three, yeah, should be enough. I'm making 30. Right. Generator 5, 30. What I mean is, I'm making 30 per minute. Three of these guys will send 30 per minute. Their speed is 10 per minute. I that one I know for sure I see. I saw something that like created the item. Like the tech tree was compressed a lot more on the first playtest. And the game was harder and etc etc etc. Valve, turbine, imperium, sulfuric acid. Right, same thing. sulfuric acid valve are here. Sulfuric acid valve turbine. I don't remember what was the last one. Beller. Okay. It's actually a pretty good distribution. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a V monster, right? Yeah, that's a V I'm gonna place this on the second line. Here. This guy will fit here. I feel so. Feels like I'm crouching when I exit the not a lot was made this time. Well, this is accumulating. That's curious. Did I max out those? By my count, I shouldn't have. I did. Huh. There's a problem because I don't have space for it because of this guy. First, I'm gonna change this. Always where I'm gonna need to build. Even if I think I'm not gonna build there, that's where I'm gonna need to build. Okay, I need to be off by now I should be able to go here. I mean, maybe it's it maxed out because it was accumulating. So I have 5 assemblers, which according to the database should give me 30 per minute. 6 per minute per building. So 10 seconds, so 6 per minute. How is it that I maxed out those guys? They're 10 per minute. 3 should handle 30 per minute. So let me see here. The pump can go away. and the generator go away. And I need to put in my notes where this stuff is. And what speed. Generator. Okay. So let's go back to the game. Let's save. And I will probably require some of this stuff. 85% already. And this guy is still at 39%, yeah. The Griffith is now going like 1 every 12 seconds. Alright, let's see. First compounder. I'm gonna need the pressure tank and the electromagnets, and I'm not crafting either. I need 200 accumulators, 200 electromagnetic coil. So I can craft the electromagnetic coil. Oh, I canceled the wrong thing. I'm making not the pump. Right, I'm making the... No, I'm not making the accumulator. So actually I don't have that. Because the accumulator is faster, so I didn't want to... I wanted to use the 5 mega presses that I need, that I had already put there, right? Without having to change stuff. So as a matter of fact, so this is unlocked, but I'm actually not making either. I am making the pump, I need 100 of them. I'm making the generator, I need 100 of them. 200 pumps and 200 generators. Okay, then I can drop the stuff back because I don't need it for anything. Just auto-saved.
I think I can use this.
This is probably empty, yeah. Now that I'm seeing all of that, it's almost out. Station. And we We unlock the pressure tank, huh? I'm honestly surprised. I did not expect to unlock the pressure pump. So, right. There's nothing that I need right now that I can craft. So the pump is done, the lens is done, the generator is done. We can make the electromagnetic coil on the mega press. We can make the accumulator on the assembler. And we can make the pressure tank. The pressure tank in the assembler. So I'm gonna add the pressure tank to my list of stuff. Now let me look at what these things require. The electromagnetic coil produces 15 per minute. So in a way it's good. Requires 90 wolfram plates per minute for 15. I think I'm going with 30. Requires 15 super magnets per minute for 15. So it's going to require 30 inductors, pressurized helium, and super magnets per minute to produce 30, and 180 wolfram plate per minute. And it's going to be 2 mega presses, just 2 mega presses. Going to produce 30 per minute, maybe less. I don't think I'm producing 180 wolfram plate here. The inductor is fine. Pressurized helium I'm going to import. I think it's going to be fine. No, the pressurized helium is fine. The liquid helium would be a problem. The super magnets, I'm not sure. I have 2 factories producing super magnets. Oh, yes, okay. So 2 furnaces producing super magnet is 40 per minute. So I can't, unless the super magnet is being shortchanged, which might be the case because the super magnet is being used to craft something else there. I don't remember if that something else is being used as well. Wolfram plate, I will need 3 buildings. Let me check how many wolfram bars. Needs 3 smelters. No, I'm probably producing 60 per minute wolfram plate here. So the electromagnetic coil is going to be slow unless I add additional wolfram plate producers. The inductor uses tubes and wolfram wire. So it is competing for the wolfram. But not much. It only uses a quarter of a smelter. So I could add more fabricators of wolfram plate to use the like I cannot produce the 3 resources at the same time, the 3 wolfram resources at the same time, But if I'm not producing them at the same time, and I think I won't, because the only other thing, I'm only going to produce the inductor here. And the inductor only needs the wolfram wire from the wolfram side. The pressurized helium and the supermagnet are just imported. And I don't export glass from here, so I'm sure that I'm not gonna, I don't think I'm in the pipeline for the supermagnet. Landing is on pipeline for the supermagnet. Okay, so I will have to increase that production. The accumulator requires electronics, stator, and batteries. To produce 10 per minute, I need 20 batteries per minute. I'm pretty sure I only have, no, I have 60 per minute. Okay. It needs double electronics and battery. So battery is at 60, so it supports 30 per minute. Electronics is also at 60, and the instator should be at 60. I don't have this starter written down because it's not like, it's a lower tier material, so I didn't write it up. So I should be able to go 30 for the accumulator. Gonna require then 3 assemblers. The electromagnetic coil at 2, it's gonna be 2 mega presses. I can do both in the space, in less than the space that I'm using for the pump. Then the pressure tank, which is slow. Heat resistant sheet. So for heat resistant sheet, I have it here at 75 per minute. I must have miscalculated and added one extra furnace. So instead of 6, I have 75. But I have 240 per minute at prickler. A pressure tank also requires pump and valve. On pump, I'm doing 30 per minute. So at most, with the pump limit, pressure tank is 5 per minute. Pumps, and for 5 per minute, it requires 15 pump per minute. So I can only double that. I can only go to 10 pressure tanks per minute using 2 assembly tanks. So given the limits I have, I could have the accumulator and the pressure tank occupying the same role I'm using for the what I'm producing right now with the generator. Okay, that's good. That's good. $30 per minute on an electromagnetic coil accumulator. The tank sadly only 10 per minute, but that's how we want.
Oh, just what I need.
Once I use this ammo, I'm switching out of the machine gun again. It sucks. So we are gonna wrap here today, and we are up to 41% on the... Well, this thing is gonna finish fast. This is gonna... Yeah. Let's go there. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna see that the storage is maxed out. Well, the storage is empty out, and the... That's gonna be empty, of course. I wanted to check that storage. So, earning agents I'm producing here, and I'm producing at the rate that is required. Synthetic resin. That's the one that is being slowed down, because I don't produce at the speed required to feed both compounders. It's being imported, and it's going to take a while to get 100. So I should actually have this maxed out, yeah. I'm surprised. Alright, I think I needed only 40 hardy agents at the speeds that I could produce there. So since I'm being limited by the speed of the synthetic resin, I just I have half the production point. I have 40 per minute extra. Super magnets, I have 40 per minute of the super magnets. Let's double check what is producing what. That's a super magnet, right? And then this is the electromagnetic coil. Oh, I'm already producing the electromagnetic coil. Okay. And what's the speed in? Oh, 30. Yeah, 30. I'm producing it at 30. Okay. So it's only the accumulator and the pressure tank, both of them on the assembler, that I need to do. But it does mean that it's the electromagnetic coil that uses the super magnet, so I don't need to care about the super magnets because I already producing the electromagnetic coil. But I think I needed to unlock stuff with electromagnetic coil, did I not? I have a 1600 electromagnetic coil. So let's see, for the assembler, yes, 200 here, 500, so 500 electromagnetic coil, that's it, let's go. that the electromagnetic coil is even on my notes as something that I have already finished setting up the construction line. But I didn't remove it from the stuff that I unlocked, but I have not producing yet. I'm not taking from here.
Let's see.
There. Assembler. The accumulator, which I'm not producing, is the only thing left for the electromagnet. Insert here. Oh, these are lenses, right? I'm exporting it, so I don't have any. I do have nanofiber. 300? Yes. And liquid helium, 400. How is that? I think it's both of them are helium. Okay, so 400. I'm surprised that it resonator on the lens, which I will have once these guys here. So yeah, moon area is almost done. Wow, that one was fast. I did not expect that. Let's go back to landing. Yeah. Accumulators and pressure tanks will be built here, then probably the electromagnetic oil, etc. Because, like, the ingredients, like, I'm building them here. I mean, I think it's fair. I'm not producing about physics. They were filled just because I had butter. What did I use 10 for? Oh, I made a bomb. Okay. 5%. It's gonna take too long, so yeah. This is gonna be finished by the time we the rate the Griffiths is going, probably not. But this is all for today. I enjoyed it.